Rest in peace, Area F2. You were a fun mobile game while you lasted, but alas, your final days might be upon us. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're an Area F2 player and you don't know what I'm talking about, treasure the moments that you have right now, because this game might be taken away from the Google Play Store and Apple's iOS Store very, very soon. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me bring a bit of a backstory. So, Area F2 was first developed in 2019, and it was first shown off to the general public in late 2019. We saw a lot of screenshots, some snippets of gameplay, and it seemed like a very promising game. This game was created by Qooka Games, which I would assume that's how you pronounce that name, I'm not 100% sure, and eJoy.com. Now, eJoy.com is owned by Alibaba, and I'm sure we all know what Alibaba is. It's one of the biggest companies in the entire world, a Chinese company. Now, Alibaba purchased eJoy because they wanted to get a market share of the mobile gaming scene, which is dominated right now by other game developers in China like NetEase and Tencent Games. Three very popular games that we can mention right now are Rules of Survival, PUBG Mobile, and Call of Duty Mobile, not to mention other Battle Royale games like Knives Out and so much more. Now, NetEase and Tencent did things very, very different. They were a lot more careful when they developed and they released their games, and despite Rules of Survival getting into a little bit of hot water with the original developers of PUBG when it first was released, they later solved that issue, and the game is still around to this day. Those developers have gotten explicit permission by the original games to make their own version for mobile devices. Like Call of Duty Mobile, for example, Activision gave complete allowance for Tencent to continue developing their mobile version of Call of Duty. Now, Qooka Games and eJoy did not do that. And I think anybody, even diehard fans of Area F2, can very easily see how Area F2 is a very, very similar game to that extremely popular game, Rainbow Six Siege. Now, Rainbow Six Siege is arguably one of the most popular games of all time. You could rank this game on the same level as games like CSGO, Grand Theft Auto 5, and PUBG and Call of Duty. It was a massively popular game and still is with 55 million players. It has esports tournaments and tons of dedicated YouTubers and streamers that pull thousands, if not millions of views each and every day. Now, that game has been extremely successful for its developers, Ubisoft, and they obviously did not want anybody to take their intellectual property, meaning they didn't want somebody to make their own version of Rainbow Six Siege and then try to sell it as something free, maybe with in-app purchases, so that other game developer could make money off of something that was originally Ubisoft's. And that is where eJoy.com and Qooka Games came in. They created what was their version of Rainbow Six Siege for mobile devices, and they did not get the explicit permission from Ubisoft to actually do that. When this game was released about a month ago now in beta on iOS and Android, Ubisoft obviously saw how popular Area F2 was quickly becoming, how it was rising up in the ranks of the search results and in the list of top downloaded free apps for iOS and Android, and that sounded an alarm in the Ubisoft headquarters, and they thought, well, we're losing a lot of money because a lot more people play mobile games than PC and console, and we don't want all of our Rainbow Six Siege players to come over to mobile and then this other developer trying to take everything that is ours and using it for monetary gain. And this is where I bring you the bad news. Ubisoft has sued not Qooka Games, not eJoy.com, but Apple and Google for allowing this game to be on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Here's the thing. Area F2 would be in a much better situation if Ubisoft decided to go after eJoy.com and Qooka Games. If Ubisoft were to go after eJoy.com and Qooka Games, things would be much more difficult. Ubisoft is based in France, and Apple and Google are based in the United States. Both have very similar legal systems, vastly different from eJoy.com, which is based in China. Entirely different. Copyright policies vastly different. And if Ubisoft were to try to sue eJoy.com, the Chinese laws might actually allow eJoy to continue doing what they're doing. So rather, they would actually sue Apple and Google to actually take down these games because since the legalities are much more similar between France and the United States, they're able to do something like that. As we can see here, Area F2 is a near carbon copy of Rainbow Six Siege that can't be seriously disputed, Ubisoft said in a complaint filed Friday in Los Angeles. So this has been filed, and it's only a matter of time before action is going to be taken. And this happened on Friday. It is now Monday, and nothing has happened as of yet, but I would assume in the next couple of days, Apple and Google are going to see the seriousness of this and probably do some action against this. They haven't done anything as of right now, which is why if you go into the App Store and the Google Play Store, well, everything is okay. You can still download Area F2 if you wanted to, but that is subject to change very, very soon. And I can see one good thing out of this. You still may be able to get Area F2 in certain countries around the world, specifically China. So say Apple and Google decide to take down Area F2 from the App Store and the Google Play Store. The Chinese App Store and the Chinese Google Play Store might be different, and that game might still be there because it's technically not breaking any Chinese copyright laws. So there might be ways that we could get around and still play Area F2, but it will significantly decrease the number of players, and that is obviously what Ubisoft wants. They want a limited number of players on that game so they can still have the maximum amount of people on Rainbow Six Siege, their original game, the game that is originally their property. I would assume there's probably always going to be ways to get Area F2. With a game as popular as it is right now, there might even be external servers that other people set up and you can connect to those, similar to other games where servers have been shut down, but there have been external servers running off of donations that still keep the game alive, even in multiplayer. So at this point in time, things are still looking okay. You can still play the game as of right now, but if this game is taken off of the App Store and the Google Play Store, there might be a very difficult method in order to still play Area F2. And even that might not guarantee that the servers will still be there and you can even play this game anymore. Because these game developers, Qooka Games and eJoy.com, are able to keep their servers running, obviously, by being able to get in-app purchases by people playing Area F2. And if they can't do that, then what's the point of even keeping the servers alive if instead of having 100,000 players a day, you have 1,000 players a day max, and they don't spend enough to keep the servers going? So again, the fate of Area F2 is not looking too great. I would assume, from my personal experience, seeing things like this happen in the past, that this game is going to be taken down from the Google Play Store and Apple's App Store. I don't see any reason why they would keep this game there because it is direct violation of copyrights of Rainbow Six Siege. Too many similarities for someone to even argue that it's an own original idea by Qooka Games and eJoy.com. So what I'm trying to say is enjoy the times that you still have in Area F2 because they may be gone very, very soon. You might want to record as much as you can if you're a YouTuber because before long, you might not be able to anymore, and that might be it. So, yeah, that's basically all I would have to say about that. I don't have much else I could possibly say about this. I just wanted to inform you guys, if you are an Area F2 player, about the whole legal issues that this game is going through right now. It might actually win a lawsuit. If it does have a lawsuit, maybe Apple and Google are on eJoy's side. I would highly doubt that because I would not normally assume an American company to be on a Chinese company's side. I would assume them to be more on a French company's side than a Chinese company's side, but, you know, hey, there's always exceptions. I don't think they want to take a risk of having one game out for copyright, because then it would be swarmed with copyright issues constantly if they do let this thing slide. But yeah, if you want me to update you guys on any further information as it comes over the next couple of days, then let me know down below in the comments, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video for what it was worth. If you thought it was well made and you guys learned something new maybe, then I would just greatly appreciate a like rating on this video. Helps out a ton, and subscribe to my channel for probably not any other Area F2 content, but other mobile game content like PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, and a whole host of other games. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the support you have given, and I will see you all later.